What's poppin' people, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. You may be wondering how we've got finals for 2 videos in a row. It's because somehow the 4 rounds at Fanboy this week was not it. First round unusable, second round unusable, and then the third round ended up being finals because everyone else drew. So despite my best efforts to bring daily content, here we are. But as you may notice, this is a Tuesday, it is not Wednesday, which means daily content is still happening. Thanks to the Slice and Dice guys, I've started going there to also get some extra footage so we can do round the clock daily Digimon. So if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, make sure to do so because I will always be in your inbox looking to give you some hopefully pretty solid Digimon gameplay. We've got Levia versus Levia for this one. 2 different builds, 2 different approaches to it. And little did they know this was going to be finals. Going to take the 7th Lightning. A double Gabumon versus Matt without a Gabumon. Going to be a Gizamon. Goes into the Octomon, which is going to play the Fujitsu token. We're going to gain back 1 memory off of the Gizamon. Nothing's been trashed yet, though. I do wonder if swinging through the Fujitsu is like the value that he wants to get because it will like force him to draw. The fact that there's 2 Gabumons here means he's going to push out 2 memory anyway. And it's certainly an interesting predicament that he's found himself in because he's not getting any draw 1, trash 1. Unless, oh no, there's no Siako even in trash. If he had it, then he'd be able to get something with it. Instead, just going to go for the 1 choke, but then going to be pushed up to 3 thanks to the Gabu. We do have a Gabu X, which is going to find the Garurumon and bottom deck a Levia and some other pieces. I think this is just a pretty easy biting crush here. Is going to pitch the Octomon. We draw 1 off the Suno. Going to crack training to go into Garurumon for 0. And then it is draw 2, we're going to trash 1. There goes one of the 7th Lightnings. I think I would have preferred to keep 7th and go biting, or like pitch one of the biting crushes and go biting putt, yeah, biting pitch like 7th. But I mean, I guess if you have a Levia X, that's not too bad. We are going to send 2 from trash using the protection because the Garurumon does actually have that, the Garu X protection. And now the choice is whether you go for the, well, it can't even be a 1 choke. So the biting crush makes sense here. Because there's a memory setter, you don't go for the Raemon, you do just go for the simple crush. And just double checking the trash. 3 option cards and a Levia X, set pretty nicely. But since he did trash 1, it is going to get some value out of the Mana Cheater before he passes turn. I like it. Do we have another rookie? Yes, we do. Gizamon in the back. Ooh, is that a Raemon in hand? It must not be. Although, that said, does dropping the Levia here just set up the board nicely? I kind of dig it if he does. I do kind of dig it. Okay, we're going to go for the biting crush instead. Biting pitch Levia is going to get the full pop. I guess this sets up so that way the Levia, if he does play out anything, or if I think Keebs is going to push out next turn and try and force him to go into something. The Garurumon staying here is a good idea. We're going to go into the Raemon, which is going to draw, and that... There we are. Trash 1 to draw 2. Very, very solid card, that Raemon. Ooh, into the Gesomon. Does get the blocker, is going to trash 1 to prevent the memory from going. And here comes the Dragomon. Dragomon play out either a 3 or a 4. So he's just checking his trash to see what's in play. I think a Gabumon's just going to get played. And then we're going to get the Gizamon. And then we're going to gain back the memory. And then going to play out the Levia. Levia is going to clear both. Yeah, I think they're just double checking timing of things. So Levia's going to come out and is going to pop. Oh, right. Yeah, no, they're equal in number. So it's only going to pop the lowest. So Raemon stays safe. You need to clear this. You need to clear this Veemon. Because if not, you're like you are just threatening losing. Like off of some sort of crackback. Okay, we're gonna swing. It's gonna force him to trash one. I like that he's trying to keep the number of cards in hand small. He gets a Biting Crush out of that one for free, basically. And he wasn't going to be pushing too much damage. It's kind of dangerous to try and go for this. The fact there's been no Levias pitched means they're either in hand and are stuck there, or they're in security. So he's not risking trading his stack. I'm going to go for the Siako, plays it, and we're just going to get the draw one. All in all, not too bad. This is probably, like, he's just stuck with option cards, so it's going to be what clears the most. 7th clears 2 here, because it's kills evens, so it'll clear, yeah, the gaogamon and the Levia. I'm going to pitch the Octomon to make it happen. And again, we are just set up in a pretty awkward situation. Also gets the draw off of the Tsunamon as well. Ah, there comes another Levia, and this time we get... Oh no, the mat is actually kind of working against him here. Running the Tamer, actually throwing off this mirror match, so it keeps popping the lowest. So good stuff actually out of Peter to like recognize where he can get draw value and how he can keep his Veemon safe. I'm gonna go for the mat. I almost kind of wish that he just swung the Siakomon in to try and play around it. I mean, right now you could just Biting Crush. Like you could just... Nah, I guess because you're just expecting to get Biting Crushed here. So swing through is going to lose the turn. Yeah, that's not too bad, actually. As far as things go, there have been worse chokes. Because now he's going to spend the 1 memory on the Gilmon. And the moment this Veemon turns into something else, you're kind of in trouble. Do you just drop the Levia here? Biting Crush pitch Levia. So now he's setting up the kind of field spot. I think if you're Keebs, you take your swing and you just drop a Biting Crush. If you have it. Oh, I do see one. So I think I would have preferred to see him just go crazy for it. Because then it just means that turn player priority, he can just wait on the trigger. So he could be like, ah, yeah, I'm choosing not to do it. And then Peter Crouch's Biting Crush plays out the Levia. And then he goes, okay, now I'm proccing mine. That said, there are 2... There's only 1 Levia in trash, but there's 2 Biting Crushes. And he can just keep waiting on the timing, I would say. It's such a weird one. It's like a Cold War where now they're both going to have to kind of play honest Digimon. Because the moment that something pops out, he's going to just take a huge grip of damage. Obviously, the turn is going to pass with Biting Crush. I don't think he, like, evolves up the chain here. It just doesn't make any sense. Ooh, training, swinging again. Ruin mode. Oh, the Zwart. So the Zwart is a really, really fun tech because it lets you... When attacking is, like, non-once per turn. So, like, theoretically, you could use it to play out the werewolf mode. I'm going to play out the Octomon just to put something on his board, which he could swing over to just try and keep the hand size kind of small. Which would be kind of evil. Ooh, just going for the 1 choke, puts a blocker down, forces him to pitch in order to continue the turn. But now we're going to go training into Waru X. Regular X antibody, so he doesn't need to protoform it. And now he should be able to swing with the Waru Seadramon. Waru Seadramon going to play out the Gizmon. And now this is going to force us into a situation where we get the Levia. Levia pops the lowest. And then also one of the highest is going to gain the 2. And then it's going to evolve into the Levia X from trash. Double 7th Lightning to clear board. And that should also be the Tamer deleted as well, I'd imagine. Yeah, biding his time, got as much value out of it. I guess we did not shoot the Tamer. But then this is going to be 3 checks at security. Ooh, crush, yeah. Yeah, it is a 6. So, pitch off. He doesn't have a 7 Demon Laws pitched from the looks of it. Alright, let's go searching. Or a Seadramon, we're just going to do it again. He only spent 1 Biting Crush and there's another Levia there. We're just going to swing in and it are going to hit. guess you're getting as much value as you can out of it. And there goes the Veemon pitch. Yeah, so we're set up. If he plays anything by effect, he kind of gets cooked. This is where I think setting the like passing the turn with the Biting Crush might have been the way. This game one did take a while. I just think that it might have been able to, like, the fact that he was throwing down 2 Biting Crushes meant that he probably needed to set one of his own. He's just going to play it raw and then is going to get the clear on 2, which is a fantastic way of doing it because, like, he doesn't know that there's another Levia in hand, I don't think. I don't think it was revealed off of a search. Just going to go Dragomon. Dragomon's going to play out. Dragomon's going to play out something. Both of them going to play out. We're going to get the Siako with no on play. And the Biting Crush is going to play out a Levia. Which, yeah, it's a pretty fair way of doing it. Oh, yes, they're equal thanks to the Tamer. So, yeah, that is going to double clear. And then we're going to play out the Gilmon, which is going to rush and steal it. What's poppin', Tamers? We're back with Player Ammo once again. A bunch of people ask me why I drink Player Ammo, and it's because they sponsor me. Duh. Jokes aside, I actually was drinking Player Ammo before all of that, because I actually don't have much of a sweet tooth, and I find a lot of energy drinks to be too sweet, especially a lot of the powder brands, but the no sugar approach for Player Ammo and their focus on more tart, like sour flavors, really suits my palate. The fruit punch is really just fruity and packs a nice kick. The blue raspberry is really, really nice as well, nice and sour, kind of like when you get those slushies. If you want something a little bit on the sweeter side, there's the strawberry lemonade, which is more strawberry than it is lemonade. And they do have the lemon flavors as well. And I can tell you for a fact that the new black cherry flavor goes foolish. Yeah, the way I mix mine is by getting the dry powder in and then getting a little bit of water in and just mixing it around to try and make a slurry. Then I add up to half the bottle and shake it a baby. All right, both of them actually keeping their opening hands here off of the, like, not going for a mulligan. I'm gonna find the Leviamon. I mean, so many were revealed, you kind of have to. Gizmon again, so able to keep a rookie. Gonna go Octomon. Are we just gonna build up for the Dragomon in the back? Gonna play the Gessamon passes over 4. Which, considering he's on a boost... Yeah, considering he's on a boost, I'm not super sure I like it, but... I mean... Yeah... I think at some point he's going to have to slam something at this rate. I'm going to crack the boost, and then, yeah, Biting Crush is going to get the pop and sets up the Leviamon. Which I think we knew was going to happen anyway, but at the very least, he got a boost out of this, and the training is going to get no value whilst there's nothing in back. The problem is, you just got to make sure that when you play a there's no level 4, so he doesn't play out his own thing. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. The Levia getting picked. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Just drop it. Just drop it. Yeah, that is the, like, Keeps is gonna see that back in the thing. Like, bro got top decked for a game for sure. That is so unfortunate. What a tempo swing. Yeah, you know what? Fair. Okay, so now both of them playing the no rookie game. Interesting that he's just pitching, and I mean, you could just do it again. Okay, so he's actually going to make them play because he has the Biting Crush. So now if Dragomon goes up, we are going to go to something else. Instead goes into the Cerberus, and that would play a 3, but he doesn't have the 3. You need to pass him less than the cost of a Leviamon. Is what's really important here, is you need to pop the Garurumon without passing the cost of a Levia, because if you pass the Levia... Alright, yeah, it has X antibody, so he does get to play the 3. You don't want to, though. How much does Levia cost? 6. Yeah, that's rough. It is going to get the pop, but, like, he doesn't know that Peter's just sitting on another Levia. You just drop it here. Yeah, you drop it here, you get, what, the Cerberus X back? Yeah, take the Cerberus X back, clear the stack. And then we push out once again. Octo. Plays out the thing. Gains back the memory. Okay, I mean, we can do it again. Like, you're not going to have piercing or anything like that, but you can set up value. Surely he doesn't have the 4th hard play Levia in a row. So we're just gonna go Levia is gonna get the pop, chokes him to 1. Keeps us in the driver's seat here. Like, it took a little bit of time to get this one set up, but again, now you have to kind of play that aggro game. I think you just go Levia X straight away, yep. Get the pop. How does Levia X pop? Chat, let me know how Levia X pops, because I have no idea what I'm looking at here. I thought for sure that would shoot like a... Oh, no, wait, it shoots odds. And Veemon is a 4. Was there no 7th lightning in trash? Oh, I thought there was a 7th lightning in trash. I mean, now he actually might get to play an honest game of Digimon and actually evolve in the back. Gonna go for the training. It kind of just forces him. You have to take the biting crush here. Alright. Training going to Garurumon for 0. Let's see. Can he get back into this? Kind of I'm kind of surprised he actually went into the Garurumon. Because... Oh, no, wait. Because he drew 2. And the first card was the... Guru X. Okay, can't fault him for that. Still gets one of the one-offs. We're going to Dragomon. Dragomon gonna play out a body. Oh, okay, he's not doing it with the X antibody. Alright, we're gonna crack Biting Crush, go into the Levia. Levia is only gonna pop the lowest. And then, do you proc the Levia X from trash? Is there a Levia X? Yeah, there's a 14 cost. Levia X in trash, kill the Levia. Okay, we are in time. So now they just have to see if they can finish this off before the tournament comes to a staggering close. As a reminder that the Levia player on the left is up 1 game at this point. So if we do go to a draw here, quote unquote, then this will be Levia on the left taking it. Gonna set up the blocker, which isn't exactly an aggro piece. It's gonna gain 1 off of them not pitching. They're gonna be fast on their feet. We're gonna go Dobrex. The question is really whether they can figure out a way to somehow lethal here. If they have unsuspend, like the unsuspend Cerberus and a way to keep turn, then, you know, they actually have this. Drago with the training. Play out a body. Problem is this just takes too long, so they're gonna have to play a 3. We get the Gizmon. Yeah, he really needs to see a thing. Yeah. I mean, there is a Levia, so, like, surely the Levia X could just go over. Gonna go Levia is gonna get the clear. That one can't swing, though, so I'm not really sure why we went over this one instead of the Dobrex. Yeah, he has bottled this one, I think. I think this might be Levia just taking it. I mean, obviously Levia is gonna take it. It's a Levia mirror. Someone has to. They can't both lose. I mean, I guess they actually, I mean, this being the final round of Fanboy actually proves that, yes, both of you can lose. So we're going to get a nice, juicy clear. So at least getting some donuts done as the turn does end, but there's not much left in time, and I think this one should be a pretty comfy one. You guys already hear the anthem playing for the outro at this point, I'd imagine. But yeah. Levia just setting up, and that is going to be time over time call. We weren't quite able to finish it off, and as a result, it doesn't mean that Levia is going to take the surprise finals. If you liked what you saw, though, and did like seeing these crocodiles go back and forth for the full time in overtime, make sure to like and subscribe. The next stuff will be from the Slice and Dice locals, so yeah, make sure to stay tuned for that, and we shall see you in the next one.